everyone, friends and furs of all species. I'm Daisy and we're back with another episode of Winds of Change. Oh wait, I should probably get into this first. Give me a sec. But wait, I pressed new game! Fuck! 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 Ah! Now I'm wondering if I should leave that in there or not. Okay, so Saturday, okay. So we have morale at 100, books read, corruption, purity. Okay, so I'm doing pretty good. No, I'm not, but still, I'm gonna. Wait, where'd my cursor go? Where'd it go? I can't see. Oh, I think I saw it for a second. Ah, fucking what? Welcome, everyone. Okay, anyway. Last time we made it to Museo, we chose Alex over Nada, simply from the fact that I don't think I could trust Nada at all in battle, so honestly I feel like that might come back to bite me in the ass if she gets pissed, which she likely will. She'll start a war against us, and we'll be being butt-fucked on two sides with less than 1,000 people. Okay, I know I'm not a war general, and y'all know all that and stuff, but we're taking on gods. 3 gods using less than 1,000 people. That does not bode well at all. Especially if, I suppose now that we have the sword, they can't use the spirit army, I guess. I think they're being pretty vague about that. We met the man who killed our parents. Don't tell Fordham. He might get a little pissy about that, which understandable. But anyway, we're here at our headquarters, and we're about to go downstairs to the HQ. Travel? Yes. Tunnels. After we enter the door, we spend a few minutes descending into darkness. Soon enough, however, we reach an area with torches lighting the way. It seems to mark a path straight forward. This must be it.
Wow, it's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
Just give it a few minutes. Your eyes will adjust. I remember my first time down here. I was terrified.
He presses back against the wall and waits. We all do the same and just wait around until we can see.
The torches only help so much. We put a majority of them in our actual HQ. Basically, we only have them down here to...
He cuts himself off and looks further down the tunnel. Uh-oh.
Everyone quiet. Backs against the wall. Now!
Oh, shit. We do as instructed, and I noticed an aura of fear overtake us. I stare down the tunnels, and I see a suit of armor start to emerge. White and gold, just like my vision. It takes slow, clunky steps. Oh shit, I look over at Vanessa and Morty. She's fine, and he's shaking. He glances back at me, and I nod, letting him know that things will be fine. It isn't much longer until the suit of armor reaches our location. It stands between all of us as we press ourselves against the wall. It's almost like it can't see us. It has no idea we're here. That's odd. It even turns its head to the sides, looking straight at us without reacting. After a minute or two of standing guard, it turns around and walks away. Its steps echo through the tunnels, loud, metallic, and hollow. It's frightening. Oh my god! So like I was saying earlier with the sword, so they still have control of these spirit things. We're fucked. I'm a pessimist though, so... When it's far enough away, we all sigh and stand at ease. We're safe now.
What was that?
The Triumvirate's honor guard. They're the ones that built this underground complex. We find it best not to interfere with their efforts in any way.
Oh.
Why is that?
They're almost like caretakers, so we let them be. All we know for sure is that they're disobeying their masters.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's what it seems like. Rather than search for the idol, they built a utopia. I think that was the choice of the spirits inside them.
I'm not 100% sure.
Spirits?
Yeah. They were created by the Blade of Exodus. The spirits inside are victims of their vicious occupation.
Damn.
Right. Then it's just like the seer said. Wait, victims of the occupation?
Yeah, it's sad, really. They want to live again, so they built a home.
Ah, shit, that's depressing. Valesa looks sad and takes a few steps back. It doesn't take a genius to realize what she's thinking. Having a few minutes, our vision had adjusted.
Sorry about that, everybody. Those things are brittle and weak. If we so much as bump them, they fall apart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's nothing inside. They're controlled purely by spiritual energy. They were strong at first, but they're weak now. It's almost like it degraded over time. Who knows, maybe we can even power them with that blade. A bit of irony, right? Use their own forces against them.
This is all so complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll admit that even I don't know everything. But we won't get to that point if we don't keep moving.
I mean, if Morty's not gonna lock us down, I might smash Dominic. Let's just be honest here. They're not real. I can do whatever I want. I could be the grimiest person I want to be that I would never be in real life because they're not real. He motions to the end of the tunnels.
So, shall we?
We all nod as we continue to move through the tunnels. However, Dominic seems distracted. There's something on his mind. I guess even a man in his position can't have a grasp on everything. Everyone makes conversations amongst themselves as we continue. Perhaps it would be a good idea to talk with Dominic a little more. It seems we still have a bit of walking ahead of us after all. Hard time. Yeah, sure. As we walk down the tunnel, I make my way to Domic's side. I ask him what's on his mind, and the people behind us give us space. I'm thankful for their consideration as we finally get some one-on-one time.
What's on my mind? Oh, it's nothing too major. Say, can you keep a secret?
Of course I can, Domic. For you, anything depends on what it is. He didn't kill anybody. Obviously, he kills people, okay? Depends on what it is. No, I'd never say that. If somebody asks, okay, of course. For you, anything. Let's do it.
Again with the flattery.
Yeah.
You already made a good impression, you know. If you keep doing that, I might just get the wrong idea.
Or the right one. He blushes and shuffles in place, embarrassed. I'm not sure why he trusted me so easily, but I'm not complaining. Sometimes it's hard for someone in a position of power to have confidants.
About that suit of armor earlier, I think I scared everybody with my caution. Between you and I, that was a bit of an exaggeration.
Oh?
Like I said, those things are brittle and weak. I just didn't want anybody to knock them over, you know. If we kill one of them, what happens to the spirits inside?
Well, at least he is very considerate to spirits. I appreciate that. You know, I mean, his parents were killed, so maybe one of those is his parents. I understand that. That was a good question, actually.
I want to find a way to free those spirits trapped inside. Something tells me that killing them won't accomplish that. This is the sole reason why I tell everybody to leave them alone.
I like you more and more.
Oh, they're harmless. They mind their own business. It's my belief that we should give them the same courtesy. That is, at least until we find a way to give them more freedom. Though they don't serve the Triumvirate, they're still trapped. Nobody should be forced into a position like that. They're just like us. Spirits of family and friends. Spirits of innocent occupation victims.
He lets out a loud sigh, like the ability to vent is a godsend. I can tell that this is something he's been keeping inside for a while.
Sorry for rambling on. I think I'm just trying to defend myself. Last
Aw.
week I accidentally bumped into one.
No.
It crumbled and fell to the ground. I felt absolutely awful. It's like I killed them. Who knows how many spirits were inside that one suit? I mean, in this war, I have to draw blood. I have to kill. But normally I reserve that punishment for our enemies. We're talking about the spirits of long-lost family here, CRS. I feel like I did something wrong. I almost feel like I'm a murderer, you know? It's odd how blurred those lines can be in war.
Yeah.
Kill the enemy leader, you're nothing short of a hero. But kill a citizen going about their business, you're a monster. Maybe at the end of the day, that's what we are. Monsters.
You're not a monster. I would always say that. You're more like a hero to me. I'd also say that. Its war morality is great. I'd also say that. I'd say all these. Hell, I'm going the flirty way. You're more a hero to me.
I wish that's what I felt like. There's just so much pressure. I guess you know what it's like.
I mean, he is a real hero to me, because, like, he grew up a child soldier, and he's leading a whole army. This is all he's ever known, and he's leading an army to finish, like, this horrible situation that's going on, and it's very likely he will die, and he's a very charismatic leader, takes care of business. I respect him. We continued walking down the tunnel while he vents. I can understand where he's coming from, and I can relate. It was all about the greater good, regardless of what we did.
Everybody expects me to lead us to victory. They call me a master strategist and shower me with praise. But at the end of the day, I'm just following in his footsteps.
Aw.
Salus was the master strategist. I just worked under him. They say I fill his shoes quite well, but I don't think that's true. I think they need something to believe in. They need hope.
Hope or despair? Ha ha ha! Jeez, Danganronpa has ruined me.
They pushed that need for hope onto me, and I became that hope. Honestly, I think I'm more of a symbol than anything else. I'm sure you know what I mean. You're the CRS. You had this role thrust upon you whether you wanted it or not. It's kind of the same for me. I'm the general. I had no say in the matter. This pressure and all those expectations, I'm afraid I might break. Do you have any advice?
I don't know. I'm still figuring out myself. Just wing it. What's the worst that can happen? No. I think you need to grow some thicker skin. No. Let's be honest. Be honest with people confide in them too. Nah. Let's share our burdens together. We're just gonna go full flirt. Let's go.
Together, like second in command. I actually like the sound of that. We'd be a team. Something to think about at least. Thank you.
We can rule together. I'm already on the corruption route. Why not?
I guess there's not much more we can do, huh? Perhaps we'll have some more time to talk later on. My doors are always open to you, CRS. I promise.
He gives me a slight smile and we continue to walk. The end of the tunnels is growing even closer. It seems like this leg of the journey was over. Okay, that's good. I guess we go to map. As soon as we exit the tunnels, it's immediately easier to breathe. Sunlight pierces through the ceiling with the surface in sight. Those tunnels must have started low and worked their way up. However, the exposure to the surface doesn't compromise our privacy. There's no way anybody would find this place unless they knew about it. And from what I can tell, only a secret few did, so we were perfectly safe. I hate them using this shit because my brain just goes, oh, there's a spy in here for real.
Ah, home sweet home. I'd like to welcome you all to our new HQ. It took some coercing with the mayor, but it's ours.
That's good.
Wow, this place is incredible. And the honor guard built all of it?
Essentially, yeah. With a few finishing touches by ourselves, this is what they've been working on for 20 years.
That's crazy. All of those weapons, too. It's almost like they made it just for us.
See, this shit rubs me the wrong way.
We can dream, but I doubt it. Hey, Ulrich, Pro, can you show them around?
He motions towards Valesa and Morty.
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Pro is being overly polite, likely to make it up to Dominic. Yeah, no joke, he screwed the pooch on that. He sneers at Pro in reply, a little upset at his slight delay. However, moments later, they all leave the room together. Dominic turns to face me with just two of us in the lobby. A few rebels run from room to room, going about their business. I could tell from the way that they move that they don't want to disturb us.
Well, what do you think? This is it. This is our home.
It's so cool, I'm in awe. Our home, you want to move in together already? You should have cleaned it for my arrival. A few more years of cleaning and it'll be tip-top shape. I would say this, but if we're going full flirt, our home, you want to move it together already?
What? No, that's not...
Ha!
You know what I meant, Ceres.
Yep. He smiles and shuffles in place.
Well, time to start the grand tour. Let's see, where should we go first?
He places a hand on his chin, losing himself in thought.
Ah, of course. The library and the barracks.
Perfect. He points to the two of the nearby doors.
The library is great for studying, and the barracks, that's for socializing. You'll definitely want to meet your new allies. So, let's start with those. After that, we can go to your personal quarters.
Damn.
That's right. All of you are getting your own rooms.
My own room? That was pretty impressive. This place must go deeper than I thought. I nod and smile as I start to follow Dominic. We are finally here. I felt like I could relax now. This entire journey has just been one thing after another. But now I can rest and have privacy. I'll never take it for granted again. What the? Y'all saw that too? The library and the barracks are accessed through this area. Use the map icons by the two doors to navigate to these optional areas. Okay. Go to the barracks? Yes. I want to meet my allies. We entered the barracks and Dominic quickly looks around. There's a bunch of rebels practicing with swords. Those training dummies seem to get a lot of use.
Well, this is basically our training room. It's a great place to socialize as well. I consider it our main hub, actually. If you can't find a comrade, they're probably in here. There's a bunch of seats at the back for when we eat meals. I guess that makes it a bit of a cafeteria too, doesn't it?
Yep.
Anyway, there's not much more to say. Make use of this room at your leisure. I'll meet you back outside when you're ready.
Cool. He makes his way back to the main hall. I stand and watch the rebels practice their swordplay. There's so many of them, this was really a sizable army. Okay, so we just look at old things in there. Oh, shit! We entered the library. Dominic rushes forward. He closes a few books and tidies up the room as I catch up.
Terribly sorry about the mess. It was impolite of me to leave it this way.
Nah, it's cool. After a few moments, he stops cleaning up. It really didn't bother me. He was just trying to make a good impression.
Well, there's not much to say about the library. As the dust would show, it doesn't get much use. But you'll find books here on pretty much everything.
That's good.
It's a great place to brush up on stuff you might be rusty on. It has a decent collection too. If it's out there, it's probably in here. Feel free to use it at your leisure. It's quite peaceful.
Yeah? He smiles as he makes his way back to the main landing. The place was pretty big. I'm surprised they have so many books. It's almost a shame that they don't get much use. Maybe I could change that. Contains every book you've read on your journey. Oh, cool. So I got almost all of these. Need more of these. Okay. Main entrance. Personal quarters? Is that the next place we go? Wait, hold on. Uh-oh, we got a bug.
Eventually.
We entered my personal quarters after a small trek through the HQ. It's larger than I thought it would be. The bed is as well. It is quite big. There isn't much of a tour to be had, so Dominic sighs in relief.
Well, that about ends the tour. After this, it's just the crew quarters and the war table. I imagine this is where you'll spend most of your spare time.
He walks to the back of the room and inspects the shelf on the wall. Moving books and papers aside, he seems a bit sad.
This room belonged to Shane. He was dear to me. I sent him on a dangerous mission to the Triumvirate's castle. He's been gone for a while, but I know he'll be back. I can feel it.
Aw, man. Well, you may be more right than you know, Dominic. Your dumb ass is coming back.
So try not to get too comfortable, alright? This is just where you'll stay in the meantime. I wouldn't want Shane to think I forgot about him.
We are boned! I nod, that makes perfect sense. But I wonder why he was inspecting the shelf. He stopped empty-handed, so he didn't find what he wanted.
You deserve a lot of rest, at least for today. Just follow me for a little bit longer. We're almost done. I'll show you where your comrades are staying.
Here, I'll lay off of the flirtiness for a while. Lead the way.
Thanks for being so accommodating. I'll meet you outside, CRS.
He walks back towards the door and waits outside. I guess it was time to finish this tour, finally. The crew quarters was our next step. Okay, books. There's a bunch of scrolls and books on top of the shelf. They must have belonged to the previous owner, Shane. As Dominic mentioned, this used to be his quarters. It's a bit odd to give them away if he's still alive, though. After investigating a bit, I find his journal. The last entry is regarding his upcoming mission.
Shane's journal. Dominic has tasked me with something risky,
no.
but I know I can pull it off. I've never let him down, and I truly owe him my life. He wants me to get caught on purpose. I know, it sounds stupid, but if I can get behind enemy lines, my insight could be invaluable. We know a lot about their castle, but we still know next to nothing about the Triumvirate themselves, let alone the forces of the Inquisition. This is my chance to expose them. So many questions, finally answered. I'll have to brush up on my acting and make it look like I'm actually getting caught. That'll require some planning, but I'll make sure that it seems natural. They'll likely starve me, or torture me, or worse. But I'll endure it. It's nothing new to me. I've endured it all in the past before Dominic saved me and took me in. I'll survive it again for our cause. And for him. All for him.
Aw,
Shane.
man, Shane's gay for Dominic. I understand, though. He was scared, but loyal to Dominic. Good thing Dominic isn't the type to take advantage of that. I'm sure Shane would carry out his goal just fine. Definitely. Nothing else really catches. Okay. After exiting my room, he takes me to a large hallway. Damn! At the end of it is a grand door, surely leading somewhere important. Lining the sides are smaller doors, so I assume they lead to more private rooms.
That door right there leads to the war table. That's the end of this tour. It's where things start. I'll go over our battle plan and give you an itinerary.
Perfect.
Your training will commence tomorrow. I can't believe this is finally happening. It almost feels like a dream, you know.
He let out a nervous laugh before turning to face the large door.
Well, these doors on the side lead you to your comrades' rooms. Valesa and Fortane have been given personal rooms, just like you. My quarters are here as well if you'd like to come spend time with me.
Alright.
I'm going to make a quick stop in my room, actually. After that, I'll meet you at the war table, alright? Take some time to unwind. You really deserve it.
He's so nice.
It's been a pleasure, CRS.
With a smile, he walks off to one of the side rooms. I guess that's the one I'd go to if I wanted to see him. With some long-awaited free time, it might be a good idea. However, I should make sure to spend it wisely. As soon as I meet him at the war table, things should begin. And something told me that nothing would be easy moving forward. Home sweet home. Okay. Use region map to move to the war table and continue the story. For now, feel free to roam the world and access content at your leisure. Every unlocked character has a heart-to-heart in the crew quarters. Oh, dope! Wait, who's this? There's nobody there. I'm gonna have a heart-to-heart with everybody. Yep. Entered Valesa's room and see her pacing around. She looks like she's deep in thought, so I clear my throat. It was enough to get her attention, and she turns to me with a smile.
Oh, hey, Cirrus. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here. Remember what we talked about last time? Whether or not we should be open with the people? I was worried they'd use us to their own ends. The ability to foresee the future and change it? It's too powerful. People would pay almost any price. I'm glad you shared the same opinion. We can't tell the people. You're so important to this mission, Cirrus. We can't have people vying for your skill and attention, especially if they resort to stuff like kidnapping or bribing. Sorry to sound so scary, but it's a real possibility. That's why it's probably best for us to remain anonymous. However, I have a feeling we can't stay that way forever.
Yeah.
Dominic is wasting no time telling everybody who we are. It's only a matter of time until word spreads to the rest of Mazeo. We'll need to come up with some kind of system, or something. Our main cause is helping Dominic and the rebellion. But when people hear who you are and come for help, what should we do then? Honestly, I'm at a loss.
Put them on the back burner.
Maybe I'll talk to him and see what he says. It's possible that I'm just being paranoid, right? But everyone says that Mazeans can be ruthless.
Fair.
I just want to help people and ensure your safety. There must be a way to do both, and I know I'll find it. Let's change the subject. This is really stressing me out.
Fair enough. She smiles, yet gives off concern at the same time. It's good that she was thinking about this kind of stuff. Remaining resolute in these circumstances was admirable.
This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that? Dominic says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army.
Yeah.
I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen.
But then that would mean the Triumvirate would know.
But that also means they're defying the Triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too.
She sighs and sits down on the bed. I slowly walk over and sit down beside her.
Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind. Life can't be any fun if you never take a break, right?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Let's see. You need to take a break. Valesa, you need to take a break. Let's unwind together. Your obsession with work is kind of annoying. Fuck that. Plenty of time to take a break when we're dead. Yep, I suppose that's correct.
Then what should I do? Honestly, I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list. I guess I should start from the top, huh?
She motions to the table. There's a bottle of wine on it.
Fortune has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Want to keep me company? It's better than staying alone.
I nod and we move from the bed to the table. She pops open the bottle and pours each of us a glass. However, she doesn't sip. She seems hesitant.
Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors, Cirrus.
Here's to being a good friend. Here's to us getting closer. Here's to a brighter future for all of us.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
We each take a sip and begin to while away the hours. I help get her mind off work and we talk for a long time. After that, I see myself back to the crew quarters happy. Okay. Now let's go to Morty. Enter Morty's room and see him sitting at the table. He's engrossed in a book. It's almost like he's studying. I take a few steps forward and announce my presence to him.
Oh, hey there. You might want to read this, Cirrus. I was just looking up how to save Valinor.
At least he's taking his role as the new elder seriously. That's right, he wants to reconnect Valinor to the spirit realm. Without the power from their idol, Valinor would freeze over. At least that's what we thought. His next words surprised me.
Current scholars are losing faith in the spirit realm. They call our reliance on the spirit idols a superstition. Without them, they say the world would be exactly the same. I disregarded it at first, but then I thought about it. Valinor's idol has been dim for over 20 years now. Have you noticed it get colder at all? I sure haven't.
Fair enough. I mean, over 20 years, you know, it would if it was what was keeping us warm, shouldn't it, like, slowly decline as the spirits fade away?
But one conclusion just brings up a million more mysteries. If they aren't giving energy to the land, what are they doing? Is there some purpose to the spirit realm that we don't know? I mean, I like this hypothesis, I truly do. Forgive my blasphemy, but just hear me out. If the idol isn't important, then Valinor is fine.
Yeah, that is kind of an escape. Like, if you're panicking, like, we're all kind of, like, freaked out, you know, our home is leaving, so that's a wishful thinking, at least.
That means we don't need to worry about it freezing over. It just brings about a new question. What are the idols? We know that they create seers, but what about the idol here? And what about the idol in Alarinthia that the Triumvirate destroyed? They expect us to believe that Alarinthia was always meant to be a desert? I was told that the destruction of their idol caused it to become lifeless. Either way, more studying is required, but I'm starting to think outside the box. I like that.
Me too.
It's almost like Valinor was guiding our thoughts, you know?
Yeah, that's
Go
true.
against the spirits and you're seen as evil or crazy. But out here, that's normal. It allows people to get more creative. I've seen a bunch of new theories about our world and the spirits.
Honestly, that's kind of how it was when I moved from this town to college. I was allowed to have, like, my own thoughts and not, like, be a part of the hive mind. So, I mean, I understand that. I feel what he's feeling.
Anyway.
He smiles and stands up from the table. It looks like he's been keeping himself busy.
We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear.
Nice!
And I expect you to become my apprentice, Cirrus. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the Grand Tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle.
Yeah. He runs up to me and gives me a tight hug.
It might be a good idea for another date, too.
Aww.
A bit more private than Mazeo's town square. If we can make it to the top, that is. I sure hope so. I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the Grand Tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this.
Hell yeah. It seems like he's not about to take no for an answer.
Oh, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Cirrus. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Domic. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work.
Yeah, he smiles and then takes steps back towards the table. But before he gets there, he stops in his tracks and turns around. He really was scatterbrained today, wasn't he? Is everything okay?
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Domic said about the Honor Guard? They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valesa was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor?
Yeah, and we're gonna set them free. Not sure what to think. I'm not sure what to think, honestly.
Understandable. You're on the fence. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valesa believes they're trapped in there. I know it. I saw it in her face. Back in the tunnels. And to be honest, I feel the same way as her. We can free them. I just have no idea how. Maybe it has something to do with that sword of yours. I should probably get back to my studies, though. Either way, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I'm liking his growth. He runs up to me and gives me a kiss on the cheek. Aww! After that, we embrace each other and smile.
I can't wait to see you again.
Aww! Now I kind of feel bad with flirting with Domic. Alright, Yorick. Cannot access this content. If there is an X, you must complete preceding heart to hearts. If there is a check, you must move on to the next heart of heart. So I can't do this. Can I? Oh, I can? Enter Domic's personal quarters and see him sitting on his bed. He's gripping something in his hand. It looks shiny and metallic. I take a few steps forward, making my presence known to him. He immediately jerks in fright, startled by my entrance. Looking away from me, he wipes his eyes with haste. Aww. He's wearing a wide smile by the time he looks back.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food.
He stands up and walks to the nearby table. After placing the object he was holding on it, he lets out a soft laugh. I look at it when I get a chance. It appears to be some kind of brooch. Aw, it was probably like his family brooch.
I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strapped to your back pretty much gives you away. Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest and should be treated as such.
Of course, I'll keep you in the loop. Like, I can fend for myself, putting them in their place, let me watch. Of course, I'll keep you in the loop.
I appreciate it. It's hard to keep tabs on everything nowadays. I'm trying my best, but so much slips through my grasp.
He pulls out 2 chairs and proceeds to sit down. Taking the side closest to the brooch he laid down, he looks up at me.
Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a CRS after all. It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more.
I nod and take a seat in the chair opposite of Domic. He smiles and leans forward, displaying an attentive pose. His lack of speech makes me realize it's my turn to speak. I tell him everything I can, pretty much summing up my life. I tell him how I met Morty and Valesa, how we grew up. But most importantly, I tell him about the loss of our parents. As soon as he hears that story, I can see him tense up. He reaches for the brooch and clenches it tightly in his hand. After a few moments of holding it, he starts to relax.
The occupation. We all lost something special that day. Some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazea, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. It's complicated.
Let's hear it.
I don't remember what my parents did exactly. I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos.
He slumps down in his chair, his posture emanating sorrow.
I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it.
He holds out the brooch and I get a closer look at it for the first time. It's a floral pattern, clearly feminine. I'm curious why he fancies it so much. Obviously his mother.
This brooch? It used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation.
Jesus Christ. He scoffs before shaking his head.
I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it. How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know?
Aww.
I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong.
Yeah.
You can't win a war with sentiment, after all. I have a certain image to maintain.
He looks at me with a smile.
But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself.
Thanks, Stomach. I feel the same way. I hope we can be together more often. I like you. Until we get sick of each other, you mean? A toast to being ourselves. Ooh, I really want to be. I hope we could be together more often. Ah! Ah! I love being a flirt. I hate that in video games I love being a flirt. Okay, Okay. Thanks, Stomach. I feel the same
Good,
way.
then it's settled. We'll make sure to do this again. There's plenty more to talk about. And sorry for venting about the occupation.
That's all good.
It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more.
Hey, love it. He stands up and pushes the chair back in. I guess this was my signal to leave for now. I stand up and offer my hand for shaking. He does nothing, and I'm left to looking like a fool. What? This isn't the first time he's refused my handshake. Maybe he's like a germaphobe or something. Rather than comment on the matter, he changes the subject.
Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, CRS. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely.
Fair enough. He smirks and sees me out of his room. It was nice to learn more about him and his past. Rather than being the general, he's becoming a friend. Okay, since I can't do either Pro or Yorick, I guess we just move on to the, war room, right? Warning, moving to the war table will enact Act 3. Act 3 is a long series of cutscenes with no side content. Please make sure you have sufficient time set aside to watch. I guess that means we'll do that in the next episode. Alright, this episode might be a little short. I know it was filled with a lot of heart-to-hearts, a lot of information, but I want to make sure we have a lot of time set up because they gave that little warning. Thank you. So fine, I won't be a flirt. I want to, but damn it. Okay, well, I guess with Morty, I can bang the rabbit, so we're going with that. Bang a bunny. Anyway, fuck. Anyway, if you like what you see, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can see my content in the future. Also, while you're here, if you have any game suggestions or you just want to say hi, leave it down in the comment section below. I'm Daisy Hyena, and I'll catch you all in the next video.